My neighbor reported my 8-year-old's lemonade stand to the HOA, so I started renting my driveway to a coffee truck every Saturday morning. So this has been going on for about 2 months now, and I genuinely don't know how it ends, but I'm kind of enjoying it at this point. For context, we live in a neighborhood with an HOA that is fine, mostly. Like they make you keep your grass a certain height, and there's rules about what color you can paint your shutters. Whatever, I've never really had issues with it. My daughter is 8. She wanted to do a lemonade stand this summer because her best friend did one last year and made like $40, and she's been talking about it ever since. We set it up on a Saturday in late June, just a little folding table at the end of the driveway, a poster she made herself with markers. It was genuinely very cute. She was out there maybe 3 hours, made I think $23, and was absolutely thrilled. Tuesday, I get a letter from the HOA. Someone had filed a complaint that we were running an unlicensed commercial operation, and it was a violation of section something of the CCNRs. I actually had to read it twice because I thought I was misunderstanding it. I knew immediately it was my neighbor, Diane. She's filed complaints about other people on the street before. Her own daughter apparently doesn't talk to her anymore. And she had driven past the stand twice that Saturday without stopping, which at the time I thought was just normal, and now in retrospect felt pointed. So I looked into it, talked to a friend who knows more about this stuff than I do, and it turns out the CCNRs don't actually prohibit me from parking a food truck on my own driveway as long as it's not blocking the street and it's not a permanent structure. There's genuinely no rule against it. I reached out to this guy Marcus, who runs a little coffee and breakfast sandwich truck. He does farmers markets and stuff, mostly. I asked if he'd want to park in my driveway on Saturday mornings for a cut of what he makes, basically free real estate for him on a residential street. He thought it was a little weird, but said sure. First Saturday Marcus was there, Diane came outside 3 times, just stood on her porch, didn't say anything, just looked. I got another HOA letter the following week. They said a resident had complained about commercial activity. I wrote back and cited the specific sections of the CCNRs that Marcus was not in violation of and asked them to point me to the rule I was breaking. They wrote back and said they'd look into it. That was 6 weeks ago. Marcus has been there every Saturday. He's actually doing pretty well. Some of the other neighbors have started coming out specifically for him. One woman 2 streets over found him on Instagram. He brought me a breakfast sandwich last week, just as a thank you, which, honestly, I wasn't expecting. Diane did confront me once. She said it was, quote, creating an atmosphere, and I said I wasn't sure what that meant. She brought up the lemonade stand, and I said my daughter was 8 years old, and she said rules apply to everyone, and I said I completely agreed with her on that. The HOA hasn't sent another letter. I don't know if that means they're done with it or if something is coming. My husband thinks I should probably quit while I'm ahead, but also he goes out every Saturday morning and gets an oat milk latte from Marcus, so I'm not sure he's fully committed to that position. My daughter has started helping Marcus sometimes, handing people napkins and stuff. He gives her a juice box. I have no idea what Diane thinks about that specifically, but I assume she has opinions.